How's it going, y'all? So you're thinking about moving to one of the #1 places in the entire country, Alpharetta, Georgia. Well, I'm about to take you on a tour through town, show you a couple different neighborhoods at different price points, and tell you the benefits of being there and all the city has to offer. Come along and I'll get on to the tour. How's it going, y'all? Winston Gibbs here with the Living in Northeast Georgia channel, and I'm highlighting Alpharetta, Georgia today and telling you everything it has to offer. I'm in the middle of downtown Alpharetta right now at the Plaza Park, and on a good clear day, this place has people walking all over it. Plaza Park and downtown has tons of restaurants, boutiques, breweries, and other things for everybody to enjoy. And this place is one of the best spots in the entire state, and honestly, one of the best places in the entire country. You see, over the last couple of years, Alpharetta has consistently ranked in the top 25 in the state for places to move to. I mean, it has so many things to offer, but because of that, prices have gone up, which we will highlight later in this video. But what are some other things that make Alpharetta special? You know, one of the cool things is it's called the connected city. And part of that was early on because of the technology and the fiber and how connected and the use of technology in the city. It's one of the most advanced cities of its time when they started doing all that. And that's where it got the nickname. That's turned into the pure connection of what the city has to offer its inhabitants and its residents and those that are from around here. You see, they have tons of festivals all the time. They have tons of events, from the big amphitheater to the small little boutique places to listen to music. They have one of the biggest festivals in the entire state called the Taste of Alpharetta, where over 40,000 people come down for an event and get to taste food from all over the world, which a lot of them are owned by small business owners. So this place not only is home to tech giants and finance, but it's also got tons and tons of opportunities for small business, along with the schools and the entertainment and everything else this city has to offer. It is a great, great place to live. Not only does it have all of those things going for it, but we are located about 30 minutes northeast of downtown Atlanta. So a lot of people who come into Atlanta or travel into Atlanta, or maybe some of the younger folks want to experience what downtown Atlanta has to offer. But sometimes as they get a little older and mature and families start to develop, they want to get into the suburbs of Atlanta, and Alpharetta is one of those hotbeds. I was having a conversation with a buddy last night who regrets not buying in this area 10 years ago because of what the prices in this area have done. Even last year, when most of the markets were not appreciating as fast, Alpharetta was appreciating at over 4%. So it's a great opportunity to invest, and people are moving to this area consistently from all over the country and the world because of what it has to offer. So that's a little bit about Alpharetta. Let's get into the neighborhood tours. I'll tell you more, show you what you can get, and why it is one of the most desirable places to move to. See you in a second. All right, we've made it to our first stop. We're about 10 minutes west of downtown Alpharetta in an awesome little community called the Westside Villas. As you can see, we have a townhouse behind us. This townhouse property is about 2,100 square feet. It offers 4 beds, 3.5 bathrooms, and it's priced at $525,000. This townhome community, like a lot of the ones in Northeast Atlanta or around the Atlanta area, also have an HOA where you have a swimming pool, you have places to walk. I just saw a lady going by with her dog. I'm sure there are people that come out and walk their children. It's a great way to start to get your foot in the door in Alpharetta. You see, in last year alone, only about 10 to 12% of the houses sold for under $500,000. So it's very, very competitive at this price point to look for single family residences, and a townhome is a great offering. Now, why is it so demanding to get here? One of the big reasons is because of the school systems. The public schools in this area are well known and highly ranked. You can go to some of the websites and Google those and see what the rankings are. These schools have excelled in their sporting programs. They've excelled in their academics. I saw a stat that said over 70% of the students are enrolled in some sort of AP or advanced placement courses. They have tons of clubs where you can get involved, where your students can get involved and compete at state and national levels, so they can, boost up those college resumes or get prepared for the job market in the future. So the schools create a huge demand for people wanting to get here, along with many other things, such as events. This city is so well connected, and they put out their events and they're always hosting something. One of my favorite things about Alpharetta is the Ameris Amphitheatre. We're only a couple minutes from this amphitheater, which hosts artists from around the world. Don't judge me on my music taste, but I've seen people like Eric Church. I've seen Dave Matthews Band. I've seen Need to Breathe. I've seen multiple people at Ameris Bank. Ameris Bank offers, lawn seating where you can get in for really cheap at some of these concerts. Or if you want to go down and sit in the prime time down on the pit and get up close and maybe catch something from one of these artists, you can do that as well. There's tons of offerings and a way to experience that if music and that type of culture is what you're really into. Again, it's a very competitive market over here because of the desirability to get to Alpharetta, the schools, the events, and all the things going on. And a townhome like this might be one of the best places to get started and get your foot in the door, and then continue to grow equity as this town is on the rise and continuing to get better and more desirable. All right, we're on to our next stop. All right, for our next stop, we're about 15 minutes northeast of Alpharetta in an area called the Windward district, and we're in the Windcrest neighborhood. This house behind us is absolutely beautiful. It's about 3,000 square feet. It has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and it's offered at $850,000. This house also is in a beautiful community that's very, very walkable. It has HOA that includes pool, it has parks, it has courts, it even has access to a golf club, which I'll talk about in just a second. This house was built in the mid-90s, and you're going to see a lot of houses that have similar construction, and a lot of them have been updated. You see, I've had friends that have come in, bought houses in that $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 range, and with good advice have done the improvements needed to create that value and equity that down the road someone's going to love, because this area is not going anywhere. The desire to move here for all the reasons mentioned in this video are just going to continue to boost those prices up, and that's a great, great investment. You see, $850,000 in a house like this is your standard price around this area. That was the average sale price of all the houses in Alpharetta last year. So if you're wanting to get to this part of town, this is what you're looking at for the average. Now, I mentioned golf. Golf is huge in Northeast Atlanta. There's so many great places to go. You can join private clubs, or you can go to the public courses. There's great public options like Bears Best Atlanta, the Trophy Club in Atlanta, or St. Marlo's Golf Club. Then you have some private options like here in this community, the Golf Club of Georgia has 2 wonderful golf courses. There's Atlanta National, and then there's the Ansley Setting Down course, which has a partner course downtown Atlanta, which is so cool, and it's a dream to get out there and play it one day. I love all the opportunity to play and get out and exercise some of your hobbies here. You also have your Top Golf and your arcades like Andretti, where you can go out and have fun in the day or in the evening, have an unbelievable experience, and enjoy what this town has to offer, because it has a little bit of everything. There's dog parks like Fetch, which I have friends who have taken their dogs and they've just had a blast. Get out and get some of that energy out, get the zoomies out, and get your dog some exercise. Now, also, as far as recreation goes, they are well known for, like I said, the parks, but their most famous one, which is a short drive from here, is the Big Creek Campground, or the Big Creek Greenway. Tons of trails to walk around where you can bike and exercise and get out and do some of the things and enjoy the nature, because although we're so close to the city, it really doesn't feel like it at times. It almost feels like you're in a smaller area because of all the options and the privacy you can get. Now, one of the other really cool things about this area is there's a private lake on one of the golf courses called the Windward Boat Club. They have a marina where you can rent out spots. They have aquatics, they have racket sports, they have a little bit of everything. So that's a really cool plus about this area of town and this side of town. Because like I said, if recreation, getting outdoors, exercising is your thing, Alpharetta offers all of that. And a place like this can become your dream home to do those things and experience all that this city has to offer. All right, we're on to our next one. All right, we're at our last stop on our neighborhood tour of Alpharetta, and we're in the Garden District, which is located only 5 minutes from downtown. This is prime time real estate in this area, and we've come to a beautiful house that is a mix of modern and traditional houses. This neighborhood is beautiful. We're on Pebble Drive. This house is only 2 years old. It's just over 5,000 square feet, has 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, an unbelievable pool, and it's listed at $3.1 million. Now, the desire, like we've talked about in the other parts of this tour, to get to Alpharetta is amazing. So you see tons of houses in that $2 million, $3 million listing area because people come here. Now, we've said some of the other things for the events, for the schools, but what else is a big draw for the Alpharetta area? Well, part of it is the business community is thriving. I mean, this city is home of tons of opportunities for tech jobs, sales jobs, finance jobs. It is a hub for opportunities like that because of the proximity to Atlanta. Georgia's been named #1 state to do business in 10 years in a row. You get that #1 state to do business in for 10 years. Our proximity to Atlanta, from here it's only about 30 miles to the airport, depending on traffic. As long as you avoid rush hour, you can get there fairly quickly. And so for big tech and finance people to come to this area, get the schools, get the events, get all that, and that close to one of the busiest airports in the country is a huge opportunity for them. And in those kind of positions, you can come, you can find beautiful houses like this and the other ones in the neighborhood. Now, what's one of the other benefits of Alpharetta? We've talked about the business and the schools, but the shopping here is top notch. You have tons of places to go shopping, whether you want the small, cute boutiques of downtown, or you can go to the North Point area where you have a lot of the big box stores, the Nordstroms and some of those, Burlingtons, where you can go get that. Or you also have the high class areas like the Avalon Mall, which features your Gucci's and those high-end, exquisite type shoppings. And, you know, it'd be nice to treat yourself every once in a while with an experience like that. So properties like this one, the one across the street, and all throughout this area, and you can see, you can hear the construction around me. Driving through this neighborhood, you see lots being built. I'm sure there's gonna be beautiful mansions that are going up. I've seen some of the houses being renovated. It is just absolutely wonderful to walk and dream about being in a property like this, so close to the primetime downtown happening city of Alpharetta. And if that's something you're interested in, love to help you out. All right, we're gonna go check out the last little surprise I was telling you about. All right, for the last little surprise, I want to show you one of the most special places, which is a free attraction here in Alpharetta, but it's also extremely important to the state of Georgia and Northeast Georgia. We're at the Veterans Memorial Park Walk of Memories. And basically what this is, it's a free park to go look at the history of people who have served that are from Georgia. They have stuff from the American Revolution, from the World Wars, Korea, Vietnam. There are over 8,000 bricks in this complex representing people who have served our great nation. What's special about that to me is that we have so many blessings. I get to do what I get to do, show y'all all the great things that Alpharetta and Northeast Georgia has to offer because of the sacrifices that those men and women fought for on our behalf. We get to do real estate. We get to enjoy concerts. We get to enjoy fine dining and music and all those things because of what they've done. The cool thing is, you'll see they got helicopters. They have the planes from the wars. They have tanks. They have so many replicas of things that have happened and that were used in those wars, along with the names of those people who have served. If you're one of those people, or you have family from Georgia that served, you can come along and you can actually get your family members inscribed and get a brick for your family members in this Walk of Memories. And I think that's so special to honor the service they had in our great country. And like I said, allow us to enjoy the privileges that we had. One of the other cool things, if you didn't know this about real estate, is if you are a veteran, there are offerings for mortgages, VA options, where I got great contacts and lenders that can get you in touch with that. The limits are always changing, but the VA loans are a great option if you have served or are actively serving in our American military. So ask me about those. I can get you in touch with the right people. But if you ever get a chance to come to Alpharetta, take a look at the Walk of Memories because it's really special and it's extremely moving, and it makes me proud to be an American and enjoy all the liberties and freedoms this country has to offer. You know, one of the other cool things about this park is there's a baseball field behind us, Veterans Park, where kids get out and play. They have games and rec centers and all that stuff to play baseball here, which is honestly truly an American pastime and something to come enjoy. If you want to learn more about living in Alpharetta, Northeast Georgia, from the suburbs of Atlanta to Athens to Gainesville up to Lake Hartwell, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications. There will be videos coming out weekly, and I'll catch you in the next one.